seesaw battle, and until, near the end of set number 1, where LaSalle started to pull away after the second technical timeout.
That's right. Actually, it was a close start in the first set. You feel the intensity of both teams. But and we've also seen actually some errors, consistent errors from LaSalle at some point in this set. Pero towards the end, natapos nila ng maganda. They managed to move better, nag-gel well inside the court, and good defense as well.
And there have been so many points, easy points that LaSalle took, especially in the latter part of set number 1, because of mga errors na gano'n, hindi nako-cover ng UST yung gitna.
Although I think in that first set, hindi rin naman naging madali for LaSalle because UST really gave them a challenge when it came to their offensive attacks, especially those that came from Isa Maizo, which is really very smart. And kahit na sabihin mong predictable yung play ng UST, yung palo ni Isa Maizo, hindi naman nila ma-predict kung saan maglalaan.
There are the donuts na pinag-usapan namin ni Ann, napuntusan ng LaSalle after the second technical timeout. UST got a little bit of a run, a 2-0 run, but in the end, the Steph Mercado shot down the middle, closed it out for the Lady Spikers, winning 25-20 in set number 1.
Now, if you look at the statistics actually for set 1, you'll see that hindi naman lumayo masyadong LaSalle. There's actually 14 attack points for the Lady Spikers, while the Lady Tigers had about 12. Pero sa blocking, dito naman nagkaroon ng advantage ng LaSalle. They got 3 points from that, while both teams scored 7 from unforced errors.
But that is huge, and those 3 blocks, and most of those coming against Isa Maizo. And if you're UST, what is the game plan, especially against the blocking, this tenacious blocking of De La Salle University?
That's right. Something that they really need to think about, yung kung paano nila mape-penetrate yung blocker. So all the options when it comes to offense should be there. Pag makita mo yung kamay, papaluin mo ba or will you drop the ball? But then when you drop the ball, you have to make sure that there's no coverage there.
Rhea Di Maculangan has been the long-time setter of UST.
Set number 2,
Of course,
UST.
Di Maculangan, a very big advantage for UST, being one of the tallest setters that you'll find actually here in the UAAP dahil hindi siya nalalamangan when it comes to blocking. Her position is critical because she blocks the outside hitter of the opponent.
Her brother, of course, also an excellent blocker in the men's tournament,
Runs in the volleyball gene.
That's right.
Runs in the family.
Speaking of the men's coverage, if I'm not mistaken, the Final Four will be covered starting Wednesday.
It's also going to be very exciting.
Oh,
Something
that's true.
to look forward to. Of course, the dynamics of the men's game is different.
Totally different.
From women's, so mas mabilis yung pace ng game.
Although between these two teams, it seems like they are just, a very, very small level behind the men's performance,
In fact, if you ask these teams, they do their practice games. Yung mga practice games, nakalaban nila mga lalaki.
Men's, Siyempre, para the more challenging the practices, the better you'll become. Easy over for LaSalle Caballejo. Down the line and go ahead and get to it. Point UST.
Caballejo earns her first point for this set.
Underhand set by Esperanza. Alarca. And again, there is that hole in the middle that Coach Shank has been wanting to plug since set number 1.
That's right. And also notice that a while ago, Maan was saying in her report that they have that option of Maizo playing the middle attacker. And I think that yun na yung ginagamit nila na rotation ngayon. Espirito came in. Maizo now plays the middle attacker position.
Let's see if that's gonna better the offense of LaSalle as Espiritu with a horrible error in the open spiker position there. LaSalle up by 1, 3-2 as we listen in to Steph C.
Entering this season with confidence, the DLSU Lady Archers are now looking forward to win all the way as they reach for the crown. So for this game, and specifically this set, the team will show how hungry they are to conquer all their matches by executing properly, playing smart, and making good adjustments inside the court. Coach Ramil further instructed the girls to maintain their composure as well as to watch out for UST's blocking and to concentrate on players like Maizo. Aside from that, he also expects the team to play with confidence but not overconfidence. He emphasized the need for them to use their heads in the game as he said to them, "Kung nasa side natin yung bola, huwag kayo magmadali." Already winning one set, Coach Ramil reminds the girls not to be too comfortable because the advantage could easily shift to their opponent, Eric and Ann.
Thank you, Steph. Just reminders to never be overconfident, especially against a team like UST. The defending champions still are very, very dangerous.
They are. There you see Maizo getting that point from the middle.
3-all. Set number 2. Cha Cruz blocked by Banaticla. Gumabao plays center. Maraño hits it.
Look at Maizo, still effective in the middle. You gotta love this player, Eric.
Very talented, very versatile Aiza Maizo, showing us that irregardless of what position you put her in, she will deliver.
And you know what's critical actually if you're the middle attacker, yung timing because the sets in the middle are lower than that of for the utility spiker.
This is what we were talking about in set number 1, the change that Coach Shaq is gonna do. What a combination as Cha Cruz towers over the blockers, catching them.
Nobody
By
there to
surprise.
block it. Look at that.
UST defense got absolutely confused with that LaSalle play. 4-all, set number 2. Cha Cruz serving for the Lady Spikers. Let's listen in to Maan Panganiban.
Yes, Eric, although they lost in the first set, Coach Shaq commended how the girls adjusted very quickly. Just make sure that we have to stick to that defensive pattern that we're practicing since day one. Now, Coach Shaq is banking on his team's quick and combination plays. Since DLSU is the best blocking team, it would really be wiser to execute faster plays to somehow catch the blockers off guard. He has been giving Rhea Maculangan instructions to read the movements of DLSU's front line and base our attacks from there. Also, since UST is number 1 at the service department, we might as well capitalize on that serving end and make most points out of it. Eric and Ann.
Thanks, Maan. We have not seen combinations and quicks a lot, but we have seen Maizo with a couple of hits from the middle. Take a look here. Aiza Maizo was saying she did not get a touch before she actually did touch it. I don't know what happened, but the officials score in favor of LaSalle. Lady Spikers up by 2, 6-4. Off-speed hit, Aiza Maizo. Steph Mercado over the block. There is a touch. That's a check ball against USD.
Actually, you can see that UST is still adjusting in their new position. Maizo really giving instructions to the rest of the team.
DLSU up by 3, 7-4. Their biggest lead of the game. Banaticla catches the line.
That's just enough risk put into that attack. Look at this. It actually seemed long, but Banaticla,
Bigla na lang bumaba yung bola, no?
They risk action.
Even goal, who's usually a good judge of distance,
Misjudged that
misjudged
one.
that. Gumabao. Good approach. Here comes Banaticla. The tip. Aiza Maizo with that height. She didn't need to jump that high on the second attempt.
Very talented. And what you just need really is presence of mind. In that case, look at Aiza Maizo. Really going for it.
What an advantage it is. Aiza Maizo with that height. Here comes Maraño, blocked, but Aiza Maizo to this defense out of UST's playing court. 8-6. LaSalle lamang ng dalawa here in set number 2.